my very first hypnotic breakthrough. I was 19 years old. I was in Jamaica. I was on my honeymoon, and it was the most beautiful day. There were people splashing in the pool, playing volleyball. It was my first time in an all-inclusive resort. So as a young person, my mind was truly blown by just the abundance that I was surrounded by. But while my husband Greg was outside enjoying the amenities, I was inside the hotel room laying flat on my back on the couch because my back hurt so much. I had no injury. I had just gotten married and gotten to my destination, but yet I was incapacitated at the time, unable to enjoy myself. And so I had with me this self hypnosis tape. It was literally a cassette. I'm dating myself here, had to flip it over halfway through. That'll break your trance a little bit, but it's worth it. Flip the
Yeah.
tape over.
Yeah.
And it was for back pain because it was something that I was struggling with at the time. But like I said, there was no injury or real reason. It was something psychosomatic was going on. I didn't know that at the time. So out of desperation, I pop on this cassette tape and I can just see the couch. I could just almost go right back there right now. And the hypnotist on the recording guided me to a time that maybe I stored a trauma or an emotion, something in my body. And it was so crystal clear. It was so vivid what the issue was. And it's a little personal, but I will share with you that at that time, there was some turmoil in my family, and I'm the oldest of 5 kids. So to the mindful tribe, if you're the oldest out there, I know that sometimes we feel responsible for others, and that's okay. I think that's why we're born first, right? So um, at that time, my younger siblings, they were not living their best life. They were home, and there were hard times. And um, I felt I felt guilty. I felt like I didn't deserve, not deserve. I just felt like, why should I have a good time? Why should I be enjoying this luxury right now when the people that I love the most are at home and maybe they're not okay? And as much as um as much as it hurt me in a way to realize that, it also freed me. It also gave me permission to realize that I wasn't injured physically. I was injured emotionally. And I was carrying the weight of something that I couldn't control. And I got up from this session. And yes, my heart was still, aching for the people I love. It always does. And it always will. And that's really my definition of success, is making sure that the people that I love know that I love them. And I think that I felt that by being so far away from them and enjoying myself so much, that I was almost betraying them. So anyway, I wake up, or I come back to the here and now after listening to this cassette tape, and just knowing that I was physically okay, just knowing that it was okay to have that much compassion for the people I love. But I finally had self-compassion. I finally saw that I was hurting myself and my husband by not being in the here and now, by not being mindful, by not acknowledging that it was safe and okay to be in the moment. And I'm telling you, I practically levitated off of that couch and out the door. And I found my husband, and I'll never forget that people were playing volleyball in the pool, and there's all this commotion and fun, loud music. And I had the most incredible honeymoon, the most incredible vacation of all time. And I really don't think I could have done it without that tape. And it was on that honeymoon that I wrote down in my journal, when I get home, I'm going to do whatever I have to do to bring this to the world.